You look great, Vaylen. You look great.
Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to the Ladies Club. And compliments of the new year. Happy 2019. Woohoo! Bring it on. You know what? After last year, this year is going to be good.
I think it's going to be fantastic this year.
Certainly is. My name is Vaylen Kirtley. Thank you for joining us for another wonderful episode of the Ladies Club right here on SABC 2, where you belong.
Lena ke na la rona le ke ka mafumahadi ya rona a dipapadi mo motle na lebitso la ka ke Lebo Motsoeli. We've got a fantastic show today where we're chatting about women who are at the helm of Mzansi sports industry. But of course, Lona Kolapeng can join in the conversation. Buan Leruna at Twitter, at Sport at SABC, at Vaylen Kirtley, at Lebo Motsoeli. Lisabedi say hashtag the Ladies Club. Hopulang hapo ka fumana ko Facebook as SABC Sports.
It's so easy. Hashtag the Ladies Club. Lebo, our topic today. You mentioned it. Women who are at the helm of Mzansi's sport industry.
Yeah.
We have an awesome guest in studio, a lady who's running things at Netball South Africa. We're pleased to have Netball South Africa's president, Cecilia Molokwane, right here on the Ladies Club. As you know, even with the many advancements that women have made throughout history, there's still very few ladies in top management positions when it comes to the sports industry.
Absolutely. It is, however, encouraging to see a rise in women really overcoming the barriers that were set in the past and are now successful in management roles in sports and whichever industry it is. But please feel free to share your thoughts, your views on our topic, everything else that we discuss here. You're welcome to comment on all our social media platforms. Remember, it's at Sport at SABC. Somebody Sanfela, the head, the Ladies Club, at Vaylen Kirtley, Nayaka, Twitter handle, Lebo Motsoeli. Happy ko Facebook.
As well as on Facebook and on all social media. It's so easy. Hashtag the Ladies Club. So let's start off the show on an inspiring note. And these are some ladies that you need to know about. Banyana. They were in Paris recently, or rather our coach, Desiree Ellis, was for the draw of the FIFA 2019 World Cup. South Africa were drawn alongside Germany, China, Arch, and Spain in Group B.
That's going to be a tough one. Desiree Ellis side qualified, obviously, for the global showpiece after a successful Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Ghana, where they finished as runners-up to eventual champions Nigeria in the finale. That is a tough group. Germany, China. My goodness, I know a lot of people are already writing them off, and I'm saying it's still possible. We've got a lot of time to work towards something. You can't say no, they're going to get out with a point. No, I have faith.
Yes, and that's what you got to go with. You got to go with positivity. So we send all that positivity. Banyana will send it your way. Let's tell you about today's quotes. As is tradition, we always get the show underway with a inspiring quote. Today, we get our inspiration from award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o. She says, "It's only when you risk failure that you discover things. When you play it safe, you're not expressing the utmost of your human experience."
Absolutely. Lupita is an Academy Award-winning actress who gained international acclaim for her role in 12 Years a Slave and has established really herself as one of Hollywood's most valuable treasures.
What is great about her quote is the fact that she speaks about overcoming fear. And isn't that something that we could all learn from?
Because you can never know if the water is shallow, it's deep, if you don't put your foot in it. You know, you'll never know how to swim, for example, if you don't put your foot in it. You never know if you're good at what we do if you don't try.
Yes, so as it always is, when you start off the brand new year, you're full of optimism.
Yes.
So may this fearless spirit continue throughout 2019, because not only do we need to be brave and fearless, but we need to be consistent too.
Welcome back. The Ladies Club. Game changer that's going to definitely change how you view management, CEO positions or administration when it comes to netball Mona Africa Bora. Our game changer today, the lovely guest is Cecilia Molokwane, who was born and bred in Pretoria and had a passion for sport from a very young age. She is a go-getter, motivator, and well-respected coach and administrator in the sporting industry.
The passionate netball guru took over the reins at Netball South Africa after defeating long-standing NSA President Mimi Mthethwa by 55 votes to 40. She's always been passionate about the sport and even excelled on the sporting field back in her schooling exciting days. Welcome to our game changer, Cecilia Molokwane.
Good morning.
Morning, ladies.
I hope we've given you a good welcome into 2019 to carry through the fantastic year.
The best ever, especially with the ladies.
Absolutely.
It's done.
Cecilia, let's talk about your journey. You are now president of Netball South Africa. A year into the job, a very difficult hat to wear, I must say. Passion for sport, when did it all begin? Because we are aware of your love for sport and track events, especially when you were younger.
Started when I was still at school.
Yes.
You know, when they force you, at school they force people to do things, and my height was an advantage for them to force me to do things. So I had to do netball, I had to do athletics, I had to do drum measures, even volleyball.
Wow.
So it was quite hectic for me, but I loved every moment because at the end of the day, I wanted to be active because I don't know. I didn't know about a healthy body in an active, active mind. I didn't know all about that, but something said to me, I must just be active. I must keep on being active. Then I decided, okay, let me branch into this. Then when I went to university, that's where I had to make a choice, make the choice of, am I going to drum majorettes, am I going to athletics, or am I staying with netball? Then I decided I want to stay with netball. That's where it began. And after that, the journey, I can't even say more.
Wow.
What was it about the sport of netball that just captured your imagination and you knew that you had found your home when it comes to sport?
I'm one person who advocates for women. So I wanted to belong in a women's sport. Because I wanted to be a role model to the young girls to show them that sport can actually change your life, can take you somewhere if you believe in yourself that you can make change in life. Because I believe we don't talk too much about how sports can change your life as women and how as women we should support each other because that's where we lack most. So that's what motivated me to say, even the coach when he was a man, I said to him one day, I said, Coach Bafan, watch me, I'll take over the reins, I'm going to coach because I don't believe in you coaching us as a man.
Yeah.
Then he said to me, never. And the time I became a coach, he phoned me, Coach Bafana Mbete, and said, I'm so proud of you because you once told me, watch me, I'm going to take over the reins.
Sure, because now we're talking, so here you are, you've got a president's hat on as the president of Netball South Africa, and we're taking it back, and we're talking about your coaching career, we're talking about administrative work that started in university. How did you tie administrative work to coaching and then later now to being a CEO?
I don't even know how all this happened. I can't even, touch base of what happened, where, when, and how. Because I was trying to make sure that I'm in netball.
Yeah.
So whatever came along, I said, let me try this. Why can't I? Let me just try coaching.
This is in varsity.
Yes. Valerie van Viering, she said to me, go and try coaching. And I said, coach, what? Coaching for what? And she said, no, you're a very good player. I think you should pass on your skills. Then I went into coaching at Northern Academy, high school. And then after that, it went to PCS. Then I met Jumisani Chauke at Capricorn High School. That's where I met her and coached her. We co-coached her with Valerie when she made the under-16s of schools at that time. We were coaching her. Then that's when I started saying, no, I've got something in this thing of coaching. Then I produced other two players from Capricorn, that way under-16, SA school players. Then after that, I said, I think I've done my job at Capricorn High School. Let me move forward. Then I started, getting into the executives of, Capricorn District Netball and then Limpopo. Then it all went like that until August at the SA Spa Championships, until somebody said to me, I think it's time that you take over the reins of being Netball South Africa president. And I said to the woman, are you drunk or something this morning?
You're like, no.
Then I'm like, no, I think there's something wrong with you. Then she says, no, go home, think about it, because I know you're going home early. Because I had a 6-month-old baby by then. Then she said, go home, go take care of the baby, but know that a nomination from my district is coming towards you.
Wow.
Sure. But they're quite different. I mean, from coaching to the top position in administration of a sport, how did you do that? And do you not miss coaching?
Look, coaching has always been a part of me. And I won't say I miss coaching because I'm still part of netball. What I wanted to do was netball. So if God says to me, I'm a Christian, I believe that everything in somebody's life happens for a reason. Maybe it was time for me to move from coaching into being an administrator and into leading netball in the country. So when this call came, who am I to say no? Because they say when God opened doors, no one can close them. So I believed in that to say, if so many people and so many districts are bringing in, you know, the nomination forms to me to fill them, it means they have seen something, and not them, but God has sent them through those, sent them to me through those people. Then I should have that belief, and I had that belief that is from above. That's why I don't think anything is a hassle for me now.
You know what I find interesting about women in sports? The fact that we are mostly a player, from player to coach, coach to admin, and then a CEO or president. And you are able then to understand all the levels, whether South Africa Proteas are playing well, whether the under-20s, you are able to then understand every single role.
You see, Lebo, I can tell you that being a player, being a coach, being into admin of the Limpopo, you know, Netball Association and Capricorn District and the so-called Far North at the time, the Limpopo Centrals and whatever, before we became provinces the way we are. I mean, it taught me a lot. When a player talks to me now, I understand exactly where they come from. When a coach talks to me, I understand exactly where they come from. If an umpire talks to me, I understand because I've been an umpire, I've been there, I've done that. So I understand each and every one because I've went through all those stages. That is why it's making it so easy for me to be the leader I am in Netball South Africa, because I've gone through the ranks, I've gone through every, you know, pathway that one needs to go to in netball.
Sure. But it's quite a difficult balance to strike to keep everybody happy, all those people in those different roles, as much as you understand what those roles require and you understand their different grievances. We'll chat a little bit more about that. Our game changer in studio today is Netball South Africa's president. Now, in just a couple of months' time, before our girls get their World Cup campaign underway, we as South Africa will find out whether we ourselves will be host to a Netball World Championships or not. All that and more coming up on the Ladies Club. Stay with us.
Welcome back. You are tuned to SABC 2, where we're talking to our trailblazer, the president of Netball South Africa, that's Cecilia Molokwane, who's given us a glimpse into her journey to this seat, very hot seat that she's sitting on, literally and figuratively. But we've also seen great work that you've done, Cecilia, over the past year. When we talk about the fact that we've just had the Diamond Challenge and our ladies, the Proteas, winning that one, the fact that we're preparing for this year's World Cup, and Vaylen started by talking about the bidding process for the next World Cup. How's that coming?
We went to Singapore, led by the Minister of Sport, Umama Thokozile. I mean, we went there to do our presentation. We're waiting, starting from now in January, to go to March to hear what INF is saying. We're hoping for the best, because we wouldn't just up and go and not be positive. It will be for the first time that in an African soil, a World Netball Cup is hosted, even in South Africa. And it will be the first time that a female-dominated sport like netball is hosting a World Cup. We have seen the football host World Cups, rugby and cricket. We have never seen any women's sport host a World Cup. So it will be, history in the making for us. And we want to penetrate into Africa, because we don't believe, like, when we want competitive games, we always have to go overseas. So we must sometimes play our African counterparts. So this World Cup is going to be an opener to a lot of things. Maybe an African league that we don't have, that might be there. An AFCON of netball. I don't even know how to call it. Those kind of things that we're looking at. And maybe we start small by doing a SADC one, the one within our region. But it's more important that we look at the World Cup, not only coming to South Africa just for people to come and play netball, but leave a legacy that will help netball grow in the country, turn professional, because that is my plea since I came in to say, we are the biggest, you know, female sport in the country and the biggest, second biggest in all the federations. Why are we not professional? I always say, Lebo, we gave birth to these men who are sitting in these boardrooms, who are making decisions who are making decisions for us. Why can't they give netball money? Because we are the mothers, we are the sisters, we are the aunts, and we are the people that actually are behind them in everything they do. The least they owe the people, the sports, you know, women, is to give them a big sponsor.
Yes.
Cecilia, when you returned from Singapore, I know that you and I had a conversation and you said that the INF were incredibly impressed by the government support, and that is going to be huge if we are to win that World Cup come 2023.
Look, we are not like football. When football wants to hold the World Cup here, we're talking billions. Yeah. We're only talking 77 million here. We are not talking a lot of money. And I am saying, if we are not talking that much of money and we have the support we have from government, we are humbled as netball. I mean, to us, maybe to having a female minister, it's an advantage for us as a female sport, because she advocates so much for female sport, and she wants us to be treated the same. So, doing that and going forward, we're saying netball with government support can do wonders. But not only with government, even corporate must come in. And we are very humble and we are very appreciative of what the government is doing. Look, without the government, we wouldn't even dream of putting the 2023 World Cup netball bid there. But with them behind us and supporting us and making sure that we've got everything that we need. Look, it's government, from local to provincial to national, that is helping. Locally, you have the city of Cape Town. That will be the host city that is helping us. You've got the sport and recreation, you know, Western Cape, that is helping us. And you also have the national department with the DG and the minister there, you know, helping us there. We are humbled.
Ah, man, Sesfigile is the program where you used to watch all the netball on SABC. We're looking forward to maybe seeing some of those glory days return to SABC Sports. But let's talk about the topic we started on, women in leadership, management roles. Why is it still that we're seeing in 2019 such few female in leadership roles in South African sport?
Lebo, do you want my honest opinion?
I want the honest answer, because I've also seen it. If you don't tell me, I'm going to tell you.
You know, we don't support each other as women. I'd rather vote for a man if we are in contest than to vote for a female.
Why?
I don't know, it's because of jealousy or because of, you know, the low esteem that we have, or not believing in one another and not uplifting one another. I don't know if I have a problem. I believe Vaylen and Lebo must tell me that, you know, as you being the president of Netball South Africa, we see 7, 8, 9 that you can change. You don't do that. You go behind my back and say, she's not doing 7, 8, 9, instead of coming up clearly out there to say to me, don't do this, so as we can uplift each other and go up together. Because remember, netball is not about Cecilia. It's a very big, you know, animal that is there. And it's something that I cannot say I own. It's owned by everybody who is a woman, because even at school, you played netball. One way or the other, every woman in this country played netball. But we need to start believing in each other and appreciating each other and telling each other the truth, because we are so much in not telling the truth and telling people that you look nice, Lebo. When I know deep down in my heart that I'm saying, no, she's not, no girl, go and change something. But I'm not saying it to you. True. So I think the moment we start being honest and open with each other, we are going to uplift each other as women, and we must stand together as women.
I mean, it's that classic shoe syndrome that if a woman walks into a room, the first person to notice that her shoes don't match her outfit and will say, oh, the little whispers in the crowd from another woman. And
then they won't even see it.
No, they won't even notice it. Ah, she's dressed, so it's fine. She's got shoes and she's got, you know. But it will be the ladies that will mention, ah, no, but that doesn't go. And then they'll here on the side. So it's certainly something that we need to look at. I want to understand, though, being in the sport that you are, and I mentioned it before we went to the break, maintaining that balance of keeping everybody happy. Because women, we like to make sure that everybody is happy, and we are the mothers of everybody when we come into a situation. But you being in the position that you are, as much as you can understand the different roles, how do you strike the balance through actually getting something done but keeping everybody happy?
I'm very honest. If it will be done, I'll tell you it will be done. If it won't be done, I'll tell you it won't be done. I'm not one person who tries to please people, but I live by principles. So if it's not principled, I will never go with it. So I'm very honest in what I'm saying to you. If you say to me, we will have 10 empires, black empires, because we know we're struggling with that in 2020, I'll say to you, no. We can have 5 or 6, but not 10. So I think honesty helps me a lot, because I tell people if it's going to be done or it's not going to be done. We have got a constitution in Netball South Africa that guides us. Let's follow it and let's work together.
I know the sponsor for the Premier League is No More. So does that mean we're going to continue having it this year without the main sponsor?
We're hoping so. We're hoping that we're going to have it. We're hoping that, as I'm talking to you now, somebody out there is watching and saying, there is no way that we will never have a Premier League this year. We're going to contact Netball South Africa and tell them that, President, we are here. We want to sponsor the Premier League, because that is where our girls shine. That is where the talent is identified. That is where we get our presidents, 12 that played at the Diamond Challenge. You know, the feeder to the national team. Otherwise, if we don't get the Premier League going, we are doomed.
As a mother, you mentioned you've got a small child. How do you manage to balance your whole life? Because you've also got a full-time job other than being the president of Netball South Africa.
Yes, I don't know how I balance it, but I always say it's through the grace of the Lord. That's why I said, believe you me, I'm also a student. You know, I'm studying. Wow. Yes, and I was shocked that I passed all my modules.
What are you studying?
I'm doing honours in sport management with the University of Johannesburg. I'm left with 2 modules that I'm going to do in 2019. And after June, I think in September, I'll be graduating. So I'm surprised on how I'm doing all those things. But as I said, through the grace of the Lord, I believe that they say if God put you to something, he'll put you through it. So he put me through there knowing that I'll make it and all these things. And the support that I have from my family, I think that is the one that keeps me going. You know, my husband is the most understanding person, because I'm never home. The kids, it's so surprising. You know, my son, LJ, and my daughter, Tiang, and my little one, Polo. I mean, when I come home, you know, the smile, it doesn't say, I'm angry with you because you're not here, but they say, Mommy, we know you're doing it for the nation. They even said to me, you are not our mother. You are the mother of the nation. So we understand that. And it humbled me to hear my son say that.
Sure. I can hear family is very important. And just out of the formalities of being a president and everything else, how do you let your head down? How do you relax? What music do you listen to? Who is Cecilia? What kind of music?
Oh, I love music, but you'll be shocked. I play classic.
Oh.
I love classic.
Oh, wow.
I love even your Abbas.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Abba's good.
Yes. If I relax. Enigma. Those are the kind of music I listen to. And when I want to go crazy, my son will play the gom songs. And, and I go crazy. Then I know we dance, everybody in the house. And he says to me, you know, you love this old music of yours. You play for me, you know, I have a dream of Abba. You've made my day.
Wow. You definitely made our day today. Wow.
Cecilia, what is the motto that you live by?
I always say, in life, never give up. If you dream it, you can live it. I'm still dreaming of netball being professional. And I believe that one day, netball will turn professional. And I still dream that we will host the 2023 Netball World Cup. And I believe that dream will come true.
Wow, you've been absolutely amazing. Oh, what a better way to say goodbye.
I know.
My goodness, dreams do come true in 2019. Thank you so much. We've run out of time, but you've inspired us. This is the best way I could have started my year. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ladies.
Cecilia, thank you so much, and all the best of luck for the year ahead, and also to our girls, because I know that you've put a mandate out there. Come back with a medal from the World Cup.
Yes.
Sure. I think we can call her South Africa's Martin Luther King with her dreaming, you know? I have a dream. I have a dream. That was our game changer today, Netball South Africa's president. Until we meet again, remember that greatness is always earned and never given. Goodbye and God bless.